Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to episode 10, a little bit of a milestone here for the Total War Warhammer 2 Vampire Coast Let's Play as Luthor Harkon. Remember as always to check the description to find the playlist and any other relevant information such as the mods I'm using, the music, or my PC specs. And as a few people pointed out, there has been some extra music tracks added, so it's always worth checking that description just in case you hear something you like and you want to go look it up. Episodes of the series are posted on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and as always, please do consider sharing it, liking the videos, or commenting to help the series grow. New people are coming in all the time to that first episode, and are sort of catching up to where we're at now. So, in the last episode, we finally pushed the Lizardmen of Yzz's capital and sacked it after a hard-fought battle in which we lost our gunnery white Sir Chris, R.I.P. Again. Meanwhile, back home, we've raised a third army, and we're making preparations now. We're kind of mustering, and we've got a couple units to go. We're making preparations to actually venture south to clear out the Blessed Dread, who've now defeated the High Elves and are sort of uncontested on the coastline. And that's essentially where we've left off. So we've just sacked Yzza. I've still yet to end the turn. Now, people in my Discord told me that apparently after sacking a place, you can still just occupy it and then choose to abandon it. And apparently you get the replenishment buff by doing that. Now, that feels like cheese to me, but I'm going to do it this once, just to show that it's doable, and then you guys can maybe decide in the comments, if anybody cares, if they want me to do that kind of thing or not. It's sort of something I don't think I'd want to do. It feels like it goes against the sort of design of the idea of sacking and then occupying. So we've just sacked it. Sacked Yzza. We got like 25,000. We have 47,000 in the bank. We're pretty good. We'll head back in. And now we can apparently occupy. We get this huge replenishment buff. And then here we can say abandon. And then next turn, this will be abandoned. So I guess it's like Lizardmen of Yzza have a turn to try and take this back. Don't know how they'd ever do that. I could maybe understand this if it was a mechanic, if it took like 5 turns. It's like, oh yeah, you get your replenishment, you can, if you can hunker down and get rid of the settlement, then that's, you know, that's all well and good. Or deconstruct it. Maybe it could be a turn per level. That would be kind of interesting, actually. Anyways, I'm sure most people probably just occupy this, considering it's suitable. But we're going to abandon it anyway and stick to the plan. So you guys can let me know if you think that's something that we should do in future, and you can tell me why, because my initial take on it is it doesn't feel right. So I'm doing it this one time. Penny Wake is obviously going to get the replenishment here as well, and then we can decide in future. Alright, so the Lizardmen of Yzza just have the one town left, Subatoon. No doubt they're mustering and gaining another army back, but with only one town, I would imagine they can't really muster too much. To the north, we have the Hunts Marshal. His expedition is gaining ground. He now has 2 territories against Latlan. My guess is, now that he's actually taken... Oh, actually, this is a walled settlement as well. So I guess we'll have to see what happens there. But he seems to have more settlements than them. Of course, he's more than just 2. So we'll have to see kind of what happens. But I've decided for now that because the Blessed Dread have their full province, it's only a matter of time before they turn against me. So I'm going to kind of first strike against them. Seeing as we have an army down here, Penny Greer, our 3rd army now. So we have Penny Wake, and now we have Penny Greer. Just to make things a little bit more confusing. So I'm going to basically move her here. Oh, is she in Force March? No, she's not. Now, I've noticed as well, she's only on 1 loyalty. So we're going to move her just to the edge, keep her in our territory, get some recruitment going. Now, she does actually have the Mournfang Cavalry as well, which if we get them in battle, we'll have a read about them. And considering that we're going to be against Dark Elves, I reckon maybe 2 animated hulks? 2 or 1, I don't know. Let's go with 2. 2 animated hulks for the armor piercing. You can throw them in there. Just trying to think, did I need to get anything else? It's tempting to get an agent like a gunnery white with her. I think I'll leave it though. Yeah, so I'll go with that. Although, I'm so indecisive. I really should decide these things beforehand. Now, one thing I have decided beforehand is that I'll leave it with that, right? Armor piercing, that's fine. But we're going to get the right, the Curse of Eternal Service. We've used this before. She's on 1 loyalty. We got really unlucky with rolling, you know, I think it said something between 2 and 6 that she could have had, and she's already fallen down to 1. Because money is essentially no object, it's only 2,000 gold here. We can get the Curse of Eternal Service and prevent loyalty from declining, and it'll actually raise loyalty, 50-50 chance. Every turn for 5 turns, so we should see her getting about 2 loyalty at the very least. At the very most, you would expect 5. I mean, technically, at the very least, you could get none, but that would be really unlucky. Alright, so back at the Star Tower, we can actually upgrade now, spend all of this money, get that 3rd tier port, increase to the Pirate Gallows, increasing our growth here, reducing the public order penalties from the corruption problems. I was thinking we could go with the obsidian quarried resource, but people were saying, you know, it's not very useful, and we can't trade with anyone for some reason. So I'll probably get the plunder pile, and as we build that up, it'll modify the meat market that we have in the other place. Now, if we get more room, I'll get the obsidian eventually, so that hopefully if we do start trading, we will start making good money. And of course, the more resources you have, the more likely others are to trade with you, so there is that argument as well. Now, let's not forget that we have Marty the Creeper heading across. He's about to land in kind of Araby territory, Kofur. I guess this is the coast of Araby specifically, right? Anyway, we're about to learn... What's this place called? Oh no, it's the coast of Araby. Just didn't want to get it wrong. So we're landing at Kofur. We have to go find the treasure... This one, the Riddles of Ranald. Most of them are called that. Do not look upon sorrowful gods, for where Isha's tears fall and swell, the secret you seek shall reside. Well, the only thing that seems obvious from that is Isha's tears fall and swell. So I would imagine a lake, right? And there's not many areas in this area that has anything to do with water. Well, we can just dig as we go across, and so as we cross the map, we should hopefully stumble across it. I think they're usually in the center. I don't know, though, for a fact, but I'm guessing the lake. We'll find out. Anyways, so what else do we have to do? 37,000 in the bank. Oh, yeah! So, in between episodes, I realized we hadn't checked on objectives in a while, and we've actually just completed the Tainted Coast. So we're going to get that completed next turn. We'll read it when it's done, but we'll read the sub-objectives now. Greed Without Bounds. That was earn the following amount from raiding. 3,000. We earned 14,000 in all that time. Maintain 30 units in total. We have 55. Reach rank 10 with Luthor Harkon. It's like rank 17 or something now. So we'll have a read of this one really quickly. It was Luthor's endless lust for power and riches that led him into his schizophrenic predicament, and an innate greed for gold still runs through many of his personalities. A raiding campaign would go a long way to silence some of the voices, for now at least. And we remember as we were raiding here, we were getting like 2,000 to 3,000 per turn, so it was a very successful raiding campaign. Maintaining 30 units in total, despite his mental frailties, Luthor's crew remains under his complete control, doing his bidding even though his spellcasting abilities are limited to keeping their bindings in place. Luthor must keep his crew's numbers up, or risk being vulnerable in times when he loses his grip on reality. Now, the ones we didn't complete was maintain and control 3 provinces. Now, we could have done that if we had occupied everything here. But we only have 2. Or we could have maybe somehow got some military allies and vassals. So I'll have to skip on that one. And then money can't buy lucidity. Now, this is a shame. It says have an income of 3,000. Which we did for a long time, and if we were continuing raiding, we could have managed that. I guess we didn't have a native income of 3,000, but if we went down south and raided Supatum, I'm sure we'd get some extra money that could really help us achieve that. But unfortunately, it's once this one's ticked, that's it, so we didn't get it done. And then finally, the Strength of a Vampire, reach rank 10. An extended life as a creature of the night has put Luthor Harkon in good stead for the challenges of piracy, but his ascendancy must continue. Not even his warring personalities should hold him back. So we're going to get 2, 3, 4, 5,500 from that. It seems. Voices. And with all this money, we can now upgrade to a sea cabin. So we did that not that long ago. We can go up another tier. Did we do that before? Maybe we didn't. Either way, we're doing it now. Negative 8% upkeep. So it's a further 2% reduction. And then we can go with gun ports so that we can actually get zombie pirate gunnery mob with hand cannons. And a gunnery white. We can get the replacement gunnery white for Sir Chris. Now, in looking at the objectives, I went through the quests as well that we have. Of course, we have all the treasure maps, but we also have a quest for Slann Gold. So Luthor Harkon has been looking for a way to restore his connection to the winds of magic for decades. Many years ago, he disturbed an ancient chamber sealed with some powerful glyphs, which retaliated by draining away his powers. In addition to losing his spellcasting abilities, his mind was shattered into a dozen different facets, which left him teetering on the brink of insanity. So at the moment, we have to just recruit a vampire fleet captain hero into his army. And that's going to give us the obsidian lodestone and 2,500. And we can do it right now. So let's just do it. Vampire fleet captain. We could go with the lore of death, which would be quite fun. So we have Evelyn Dew and Evelyn Knotts, Dark Majesty, or the Master of the Black Arts. So we'll go with Master of the Black Arts, I think, Evelyn Dew, because she has Spirit Leech by default. Direct damage spell, pretty good. Helps kill enemy heroes, right? Strong versus a single combatant. Yeah, let's go with her. Boom.
Captain, reporting.
That's going to give us Manon's Chosen. Vampire Fleet Captains. Oh yeah, so Manon's Chosen is just when it's telling us about lore. It's pretty short. Hope people don't mind me all this reading at the beginning here. Fleet captains are not only formidable fighters armed with the finest equipment aboard their vessels, but are also vampires who use dark forms of magic to hurt their enemies or regenerate their undead minions. Like their vampire admiral counterparts, some trace their origins back to Sylvania, or were once seafaring swashbucklers who now fight in service of the undead. Although typically associated with the vampire admiral, fleet captains are a subordinate to no one, and are driven by the same base instinct as all other vampires. Their immortality means they have... Sorry, they don't actually have immortality though, right? They could die. I know what they mean though. Their immortality means that they've had extensive time to hone their skills, making them feared combatants. In their swirling melee of battle, they are first into the fray, often seeking out opponents to duel in single combat. As mayhem rages all around, the clank of their cursed cutlasses chime out as they surge forward. After all, to a bloodthirsty vampire, there is no surer way to cripple the morale of an opposing crew than to leave their master dead and bleeding. So, is she... What do you got? It's just a wizard. I was just going to wonder, are you... How do I check her stats in combat? Is there a way to do that? As a unit? Actually, I have no idea. Maybe if she's in the army, we can see it.
Fleet captain, reporting. Need fresh recruits.
So she actually can't get into the army right now. The reason I wanted to check her stats, I guess I could open this. No, I still can't see them. Was to see what kind of weapon she uses, because I actually don't know. I assume she uses a gun as well, but I guess we'll find out when we put her in the army.
Vampire of the waves.
Alright, so that hasn't moved the quest forward because she has to actually be in the army. We can't move her just yet, so that's that. Alright, we've got a skill for Luthor. He is rank 18, just to get that number correct there. We're going to go with hand cannon. That gives us missile strength 10, so he goes up to 581 missile strength when he's at 10%, and then 20% for his zombie pirate gunnery mob and rotting Prometheans. So just before I click it, I just want to see this maxed out rank 9 zombie pirate gunnery mob. Their missile strength is 38%. Oh, sorry, 38.
I am the pirate king.
And now it's 42. There we go, gained 4. Okay. Is there anything else we need to do? We've got damaged buildings. That's fine. And that's it. Alright, so let's end the turn. So obviously the plan now is to combine the two armies, bring them south into Subatoon, and then we're going to wage a war on the Dark Elves and hit it from two angles, from the north and from the west. Because we haven't seen anything from Zlatlan, and it looks like the Hunts Marshal's kind of eroding at them anyway, so we might end up turning around and fighting them. I'm sick of Lizardmen for now, so I want to just fight some new enemies. Alright, let's end the turn. Alrighty, a plan of action. The night sky bleeds purple. The winds of Shyish is strong, instilling the crew with newfound vigor and strength. Now's the time for action, for conquest, and for using this magical boon to our advantage. Should we control the seas, or turn our attention to new lands? Excuse me. Push ahead with sea legs. So, 20% movement for 15 turns. Wow. Or casualty replenishment rate 20% faction-wide. Damn. I don't know. I guess the replenishment. Sure.
Your conquests strike fear into the hearts of your enemies, mighty lord. The wisest amongst them will know that fate is on your side. I have foreseen it.
Alright, cool. So we have our chapter objective successful. We got 2,000 plus the 3,500 from the bonuses we completed. Harkon has re-established some control over both his mind and his lands. Now the time has come to use this momentum to try and repair his psyche once and for all. His pirate kingdom has made great strides, but there will be no lull in the killing. Now's the time to lash out across his borders, especially at the Lizardmen of the New World, who gave him his cursed affliction of the mind. Well, that's gotten our story a little bit backwards. We've already dealt with them for the most part. Now we're solidifying the coastlines by taking out the Dark Elves, although we still have a little bit of Lizardmen to go. We don't need to read this one, we'll read it when we're kind of close to getting it done, but we need to occupy, loot, raise, or sack 12 different settlements. Objective-wise, we can check our chapters. We've already completed Mad, Bad, and Extremely Dangerous to Know, amass a treasury of 10,000. And I'm assuming if we go below that, we lose this objective. Luthor may be on a journey of convalescence, at least most of the time, but his greedy personalities are always appeased by the hoarding of loot. Shed load of cannons. Ensure that the following building is being constructed. A cannonry shed. I don't even know what that is. I'll have to check that later. Recruit a hero. The Pirate King's many personalities cause him to sometimes lose his grip and get distracted in the middle of a fight. Recruit one hero. So it could be anything. We're going to get another Gunnery White, so that's fine. Complete 3 of the following. A mission and a treasure map. Current total 1. What's a mission? One of these. Or is it a quest? It's probably a quest, right? Oh, these are missions. Oh, they're missions, but they're also treasure maps. So we'd have to do Exotic Goods Hauler. Or Harkon's Fraction... No, that's not... Yeah, so it's going to have to be this one, sorry. So this is the one we got a while ago, and we can actually track where the ship is. So it did say it was actually sailing to Sartosa, but I don't think that's really happening, is it? Although Sartosa is out there, isn't it? Somewhere around here? The Pirate Coast. Oh, there it is, Sartosa. Right here. That'd be awesome if it's actually going to Sartosa and you have a certain amount of time to take it out. That'd be really cool. I'd be very impressed if that's the case. It is making its way there, kind of. It started way over here. Yeah, we'll definitely hunt that down. We kind of have to sort out some stuff on our coast first. Anyway, so that's that. And then this is the last one. Enable the Curse of the Sea Mist. So that right is the one where it's like a defensive right. Yeah, no plans to use that anytime soon, but we could burn... See, there's no real point in burning 3,500 gold unless we really need it, because we're not going to get that much back from it. We'll get 2,000 back. It's a bit of a strange one. So it's like being able to run it for 1,500 gold. Alright, anyways, let's get moving. Wow, we have very limited range, actually. Although we can get down there in 2 turns. At force march. I just realized I totally forgot to actually embed her.
Onwards.
Evelyn Dew, she's on the way.
Luthor Harkon.
See, I don't know if I put her in the army, can they not move then? Don't know. Next turn I'll put her in anyway, it'll be fine.
Is it time?
So we're gonna begin a little bit of an act of aggression here. And just take a step and start raiding.
Stumble. Not pray, not
501 gold, I'll take it. Any more territory? Look at this. We have Zlatlan are under siege by the Hunts Marshal, it seems like. And of course we have our boy, Marty the Creeper. He can make landfall. Not the terrain for a Mournfang Haunter, as we've learned. But our magic is so powerful that he's totally fine here. We could dig. Treasure hunt failed. That's okay. We can keep doing that. I don't think it hurts anything. Yeah, I'm guessing it's the lake, so we'll move to the lake next turn. Get that job done. Alright, so trespassing. Yeah, we're raiding them. Faction encountered the Greybeard Prospectors. I love these guys. I love dwarves that are in mountains. There's the Thorek Ironbrow, I think, that starts down here. Really good dwarf start. My second favorite race in the game. Maybe favorite race. I don't know. Probably second favorite is the dwarves. A big fan of the Vampire Coast. Big fan of Vampire Counts, and then dwarves. Those 3. Maybe even then Lizardmen. Although Lizardmen on the campaign aren't that fun, but I like them in battle. Absolutely detest Skaven. To play and to fight against. Can't stand them. Very happy that we haven't had to fight them at all so far. Alright, let's build this up. Just more money, basically. And that's really all we can do. So we'll just wait. Our settlement was abandoned correctly. So we're going to move down to Sibatoon next turn. And we should get eyes on.
Sorcerers can shatter minds.
The hell was that? Alright, it's end the turn. Alrighty, a personality has taken over the Coward. Increasing our missile strength with Luthor and our speed. Reducing our leadership though.
My madness is not weakness.
Alright, so we're going to see where she can go first. So she can get all the way to here, Evelyn Dew.
Yes.
So we'll just move Luthor to about there.
Move those bones.
Maybe if I was on the edge I could have raided actually. It's okay though. I'll just pop her in. Replenish the troops.
Blood kiss for more crew.
And there we go. The quest for Slann Gold first stage is completed. 2,500 gold obsidian lodestone item. The next one. Search any ruined settlement for treasure. With control over his undead crew better asserted, Luthor decides to step up his efforts to repair his damaged psyche. He does not know for sure, but he thinks it's likely that the glyphs which drained his powers and shattered his mind all those years ago were of Slann origin. In a moment of manic realization, Luthor concludes that the best chance he has to undo his impairments is to find powerful artifacts from the same source. Now, what do we got here? Gormog Radhur, Bone Clubber Tribe. These are a rogue army, is it? I assume so, based on the icon. Chaos Troll, Savage Orc. Yeah. It's a mix. Yes. Alright, let's get Pennywake to join Luthor. And actually, he can replenish even here. Not that he needs it.
Darkness comes.
After our essential cheat of getting free replenishment.
Admiral!
Boudica is behind us now. Our territories aren't really threatened. So I'm looking for a two-pronged attack here. If we can sit still with Penny Greer and then hit the Mark of the Old Ones, Luthor can hit Oxhill at the same time with Penny, and then both of them just have to push together for the two final settlements. So we can lock these guys down fast. I just hope that they don't get behind me like this army is behind me. In fact, I don't need the money, even though it is recruitment. I'll just back off to make them think, oh yeah, no point positioning next to my settlement. See if we can deter them. Maybe. Alright, let's move Marty. So we're next to the lake. This, of course, is for this treasure. Success! There we go. Only receive a miserly hoard of treasure. Huh. Oh, sorry, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. The deckhands were digging all through the night, till their rusty spades clanked against an old chest buried in the dirt. I guess he's got a little entourage with him. 1,500 gold. Not really that worth it, considering he's 400 upkeep, and the time it took him to get here outweighs the treasure that we got. But, you know, eventually one of these will turn up a nice weapon. There's actually a sandstorm brewing across the lands, and that seems to be... That's one of the rights, I believe, that the Tomb Kings can enact. Because it's similar to our Sea Mist, it causes attrition and stuff, but it's obviously fine for our hero here. So the next treasure map, where should we go? Seems like this is the one we're going to go to. Pretty far out there. To head all the way somewhere over here. It's going to take him about like 6-7 turns at least. Yes, it's a rogue army. Rogue armies are warbands of desperate outlaws and are often comprised of unusual combinations of troops. It's actually one of the best ideas I think they implemented in this game versus Warhammer 1. It's the idea that you can fight armies made up of a mishmash of loads of things. Reminds me of Dogs of War in concept. Alright, I think we're good to go. Next turn we push to Subiton. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know. There's nothing we can build anywhere. I'll just check that. Nope. Yep. Alright, that's it. Wow, now that was unexpected. The Blessed Dread, out of absolutely nowhere, came in at the last second and swooped the last settlement out from Itza, defeating Gorok and everything. I can't believe we don't get the gratification of doing that. I mean, we took Itza, that was pretty gratifying, that was a fun battle, and we suffered a catastrophic loss because of it, which I'll never forget. But, goddamn, you know, that was our last settlement. But hey, they've fallen right into our plan in a way. They fought each other, and we're about to attack them.
I am the pirate king.
Now, that rogue army is presenting a little bit of a... not a problem per se, but we could attack them right after. I want to go for the settlement first.
As you were.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the settlement first. My better judgment is telling me go for the rogue army and then settlement, but no, just going to go for the settlement first because of the zone of control. Alright. We're declaring... actually, just before we do, let's just check. Where are they? Yeah, see, that's a bit of an issue. They're right next to a town back there, although we can probably force march and get back into it, can we?
Sorceress of the Dark Convent.
What's the garrison like here? I think we can handle it. I think we can handle it.
Deckhands falling.
We're doing this a turn earlier than I anticipated. Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna force march Penny Greer. I'm just thinking out loud now. I don't know if we should hop into the ocean and see if we can get around to the Fuming Serpent. Because the Blood Swamps has... Actually, there's a Gunnery White in here. I think we're okay. I think we can handle it. I just worry because of the attrition and everything. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'm gonna say that we can defend, hopefully.
Onward, crew.
Alright, she's just in range to start raiding.
Plenty.
Let's do this.
Make this quick.
Let there be war and suffering for all. It was inevitable. Now that's a decisive victory straight off the bat. No casualties, but of course we're going to bring a Penny Greer. Or sorry, Penny Wake. Can't believe I got her name wrong.
Land folk are weak. Overland.
Alright, so that's an even easier victory there. So what do they have, actually? I didn't even check. Moransti Leviathan Rage. Verikath Wormscale. And Arathar. That is some... Well, I mean, we're taking out some hard-hitting heroes here.
Bad hovels.
Good night. No units lost. Love to see it. 2,600 gold. An enchanted shield. And a level up. And we'll just raise it, just get rid of it. Now, Penny. Am I out of order to think that we can take this? Excuse me, take this army. I think we can take it. You want to fight? Good. So do we. A Pyrrhic victory. This would be good. It's a bit different. Some different units to encounter here. We got Chaos Trolls, a Cygor of all things. Savage Orc Boar Boys. Our polearm units are low on health. Oh my god, 2 Cygors actually. Yeah, let's go for it. Alrighty, we have loaded in. Let's not forget we have 4 mortars, and we want to kind of be out in the open, I suppose, to really engage those. I can't remember what they were. They look like black orcs, I think. And we could just fire on them. That's the only infantry that they really had. Oh yeah, we've got the Rotting Prometheans. Do we have time to read about them? We could do a quick little read. A little lore reading for today. Rotting Prometheans. Scuttling across the battlefield, these killer arthropods. Want nothing less than to dismember and decapitate anything that comes near. There are many wondrous and dangerous creatures that dwell beneath the world's waves, from fire-breathing sea dragons to the ravaging kraken of the great ocean. The sea's bounty is truly as varied as that of land-going life. Once dead, however, even the most belligerent creatures become infinitely more controllable to the seafaring necromancers that terrorize the oceans. The Lustrian coastline is home to many such useful sea monsters, including the crab-like Prometheans, which scuttle across the more shallower regions of the continent's surrounding ocean floors. Standing as tall as fully grown men, and with pincers that can dismember a man like a giant scissors, they are distant cousins of the much larger and rarer Leviathans. Being relatively common in their known habitats, Prometheans are often targeted by undead pirate fleets to be killed, reanimated, and brought into their fighting ranks, either as mounts or as monstrous combatants in their own right. So there we have it. Basically, self-explanatory, really, just by looking at them. Didn't really learn anything too auspicious about them. They do what they say on the tin. They are giant undead crabs that are vicious. That's basically it. Alright, cool. Got Penny Wake in there. Everyone's on the right side. Let's just go. Now we're going to be relying on these gunner lines to basically tear down the units like the Cygors, right? They're automatically firing. What do we have? Savage Orc Boy. Big guns. Get some good looks at these units. Big boys riding big boars. This is what I want to fight though, really. The Black Orcs. They're going to be vicious. Let's get all the mortars trained on them. Oh my god, I totally forgot Cygors do this. Can't just sit back this time. Ah, that's unusual. Alright, we're showering that first unit with a lot. Can we navigate the animated hulks over this way? I have to pull them back and then around. Alright, we're firing into the Chaos Trolls, looking good. Oh my god, my guys are taking a beating. That's good, those Chaos Trolls are basically gone. Rotting Prometheans are in there. This unit hasn't taken any damage from gunfire, this one has. Fuck it, I'm just gonna have to send the animated hooks in that way, or at least one of them. Bring the other one down this way. See if we can angle ourselves around the sides now just a little bit or something. You know, I'm not too worried. If they want to stay off on the edges there, that's fine by me. Give me some time to get the others dealt with. Send the Mourngulls in the back. I mean, I think we've got the right units in where they need to be, but they're... Oh yes, and they're actually breaking. It's great to see. Oh, their Lord is broken. Excellent. Just shoot the crap out of them. Pennyweight, can you fire a missile at him or something, just for fun? Oh my god, nice shot. Now he was, I think he was just dead right before it hit, but even so. Alright. Penny needs to keep the gun lines alive so they don't wither. We need all of the melee to get involved with them. We need all of the mortars, I guess, to help out as well. Because we gotta shoot those Cygors. Alright, the animated hulks are going into the shadows. At least they didn't get their like massive charges off. They are shock cavalry after all, so if we can lock them down. Come on, we need to shoot these guys now. Don't know if splash damage is really going to do anything to these guys. Let's fire a fireball, the Ruby Ring of Ruin, let's go. See, I'm worried about this. They are bleeding out. If we don't win this battle now, they're going to not come back, essentially. How are we looking over here? That's good. Not too bad. Oh no, all my gun lines are gonna go. Damn, what a waste. We're so close to winning as well. We might be able to pull it off, just maybe. We're down to just 3. This one's gonna go next if we can't heal it up or something. Try to kick off a heal. Take the shot, Penny. I'm literally just fighting the crumbling mechanic right now. That's like all that's happening. It's gonna pull these guys off to the side because no one's shooting at it really. We're down to just 2. God damn. Oh, it's such a waste of a unit for them dying like that. Good shot, at least. Oh well, we'll just have to get new ones. It's just they're really well experienced. That's my only problem. The Cygors are vicious. Oh, get out of my way. There we go. Doesn't do anything for them, actually, thinking about it. And that one's about to break. It's over, is it? Oh, we just lost all the gunner units. Oh well. Oh well, still fun battle. It's nice fighting different units like this. Although, of course, they are going to get away, which means that they're not dead yet, technically. Feels like a pyrrhic victory. It's what it said it would be as well, actually. Just speed it up, kill a few more of them, and then bounce. Alright, well, GG.
Ours is the sea.
Alright, a Pyrrhic victory. We lost all of our gunner units, but we kept everything else. Unfortunately, they did have gold chevron experiences though, so that sucks. We can get 6% replenishment back, or we can go with more money or more loyalty. She's already super loyal. Don't need the money.
It is only mine.
So, they're backing off down into the woods. Enemy killed in battle. That's obviously the Blessed Dread enemies. That's all good. Trait gained for Penny Wake. Bloody. Suffered high casualties in multiple battles. Hit points 5%. Leadership +1 when fighting against vampire counts. Huh. Weird.
Luthor Harkon. I am the Pirate King.
That's a shame, because we can get the 4 units back. We can do that with Luthor and just exchange some into her army so she kind of gets everything she lost. Probably what we'll end up doing. But just in case we get attacked right now, just get one from Raised Dead. Interesting to see where they go, if they come back or not.
Pirates.
Sea dog.
Alright, cool. So next turn we push to Oixel.
All bones on deck.
And then also we push to Marks of the Old Ones. So they're at war with us now. They could attack here. Our settlement can't attack them. We'll have to see where they go. Alright, what about Marty? He has to continue moving. Let's follow the coastline, actually. It's still just a bit of fun. I like seeing, you know, different units like that. Oh, we can actually upgrade the Awakening. The Awakening Pirate Lair. Growth from 20 to 25. More construction slots, obviously. Significant increase in income, 636 to 795. Stronger garrison and the recruitment capability of Sirens, although we already have that from this building. Go up another level and we'll get Rotting Leviathans once we get to tier 5. Alright, I don't think I'm missing anything else. Unassigned skill points for Luthor. So we got the hand cannon last time. Armor speed, melee defense. Man of War hero capacity is increased. Hero recruit rank is increased. Tenacity, Death, Shriek, Terrorgeist. Yes, let's pop Luthor on a Terrorgeist. Hell yeah. We gotta do it just to see it. Harkon's personal mount is a dreadful thing indeed. A Terrorgeist with a piercing, banshee-like shriek that has the power to stun any who hear it. I wonder if his upkeep doesn't seem to have changed.
The seas are mine.
You say
At least not by much.
An admiral to be admired.
Alright, we have our Vampire Fleet Captain of Death. Increase the replenishment, please. Oh, you can set up a pirate code for even cheaper with her. I wonder if that's something she can do on her own, or does she need to be in an army? Because can't you set up pirate codes with agents on their own? Dude, you know what? I totally forgot we can do this. I just had a realization moment there where it's like, I don't need to conquer settlements to set up pirate coves. God damn. I'm such an idiot. If I just known this from like turn 5, I could have had agents out there setting up, you know, things that make us money and all of that. 90% chance that it'll work. Worst pirate ever. Yeah, we'll have to send her or someone like her out into the world again. Set up some pirate coves all along the coast.
King of the Vampire Coast.
I should have sent her out digging. It makes way more sense because she could set up pirate coves as she goes out and finds treasure maps.
Loyalty as precious as gold.
Alright, improved her. She's going to be in the army, so I'm keeping her where she is, but it's good to know for future. Alright, not much else to do there. Let's just end the turn. I think that's basically everything. Alrighty, faction destroyed. Zlatland. They're dropping like flies. Love to see it. That was at the hands of the Hunts Marshal and his expedition. So he may be looking for further room to expand. He doesn't like us very much. Nobody likes us very much, just because. We have to find the vampire counts. I think they will like me. Alright, so I don't know where... Oh yeah, damn, after losing track of that rogue army. Crap, I didn't pay attention. It should have been in the camera settings to follow anyone that we're at war with, right? Yeah. Did they die? Not that I can see. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll encounter them in the future at some point. So, we're just out of range of where we need to be. So what we'll do is we'll move Luthor somewhere like here. Okay. Oh, cool, he is his Terrorgeist. We'll bring Pennywake up and exchange 5 units, the gunners, and then recruit some new ones with Luthor. So there we go, we're back to strength. Now, unfortunately, they are going to be really inexperienced. They got no experience whatsoever, so it's like starting with nothing.
Crazy.
Not stupid. Alright, so that'll be that town next. We can go for the marks of the old ones now, though. Oh, we're just out of range. Damn. Damn, what a tease. We'll have to wait another turn. Ah, but interestingly, over here, it said they went into Death Strike. Sorry, Druki's Strike. Campaign movement range reduced. Charge bonus increased.
What is this?
But, I mean, they're taking attrition, so it's only getting worse and worse for them if they do want to attack. So everything's coming together nicely. We're making money. We've got money in the bank. We've got 3 full stacks roaming around, just about. And we have our boy out there scouring the world for clues and for treasure. Big faction. Cavalry. Okay, could we get another hero, for instance? We can get a Mournfang. No, we can't. We're locked 1-to-1. It says for the Gunnery White, we can't even make one of them. We need this building. We can make one with Luthor, though, if we wanted to, right?
Where to?
My madness is not weakness.
Yeah. Jim Hawkins. Leadership 1, melee attack 1, determined leadership 5, immune to psychology, and a vampire fleet captain 1 out of 2. Let's get both. Get a new Gunnery White. And if Jim could go link up with Penny Greer, that'd be nice.
Be calm for now.
And Luthor can raise another Vampire Fleet Captain. This time we'll go with Lord of the Deep. Or unless someone has something specifically for setting up... Yeah, this is like a campaign guy. Or girl. Beatrice. Beatrix. Enemy wins with magic. Yeah, let's go with Beatrix then.
Captain, on deck.
And she's gonna go and set up pirate coves.
Captain, on deck.
That'll be the goal anyway. Establish a pirate cove. 100% chance. I can't believe it. I can't believe that you could just do this. Free money. I mean, you do spend money to set it up, but goddamn.
Harkon rolls.
Oh wow, we can go all the way up to level. Wow, we're ready to go. He has all the growth points needed. He just happens to have 5, so we can get a captain's cabin. Upkeep reduced to 10% for his army. Yeah, let's go. That is blowing through our money fast, though. Alright, cool. Let's just end the turn. So next turn, we'll finally get to have the battles at Ixal and Marks of the Old Ones. I'd like to actually engage these guys in battle somewhere, but if, at the very least, we might just have a siege at Mangrove Coast, if we don't have a land battle. Alright, let's end the turn. Alrighty, we are now being raided by Boudica, and somehow, no idea how they did that, but they just got full replenishment on their army. How's that work then? Does that previous stance she was in, does it give full replenishment? I didn't read it correctly. Well, they've replenished now. She wasn't raiding previous turn. Ogre mercenaries have reappeared yet again over here.
All bones on deck.
We've actually got some of the Mournfang Cavalry with us right now.
Nothing will stop me.
So we're ready to go on a battle here. This will be a fun one to fight, I think. It says valiant defeat, but I reckon we can do it. This is a completely fresh army, though. A little bit of experience in them.
3 soul.
Just bear with me for a moment on that. Let's have a look down here. Alright, let's send in Luthor first.
Death is at the door.
A Pyrrhic victory even just with him.
Get moving.
Pennywake backing him up. A decisive victory. Any losses? No losses. No need to fight it. Terrible garrison. Under the control of Curl. Alright, let's just end it.
Bad hovels.
So we lost 628. Not that bad at all. Now, unlike all of the previous towns we've been gathering, we're actually going to occupy it.
Nice place.
Because it is coastal. It's a coastal province. Definitely worth having. We can put this money to good use now. By actually building up these towns. Increasing growth, reducing the public order penalty due to lack of corruption. Start spreading our corruption here, hopefully.
Restless. Armed and ready.
So, we have Jim Hawkins. We're going to try and link up with that other army in a moment.
Salty.
Beatrice, who we want to go set up pirate coves. Gonna send her north to do that. Start setting them up here first. Do factions mind? Actually, so what do we have here? We've got 2 coastal territories right here. Whereas over here we have... I know there's one roughly there. 2, 3. It feels like, I don't know, I'm just debating which one to go for. I guess we'll go north. I want to see what the Hunts Marshal's got.
Off deck. Move.
Alright, cool. Alright, let's get ready for our battle. A little bit of Dark Elf action. So what do we have? We have Morgula. Level 8. Pathetic. Black Arc Corsairs. Shields, Dark Riders, Reaper Bolt Throws, that's a bit of a concern. And then a garrison of Dark Shards, Bleak Swords, and Dark Riders. Now we're full strength. We don't have much of a gun line. We do have the Mournfang Cavalry, which you can use for some rear attacks, I guess. Monstrous Cavalry, fast attacks. What does that mean? Hits its enemies at great speed. Speed 75, compared to our infantry, which is speed 25. Alright, it's Penny Greer's first battle. It's her debut showcase. Let's go. Alright, here we are. We were here before, I think, right? Oh, I'm not sure if it was exactly here. Yeah, I think so. We were definitely on this map before. But this time it's a bit more of an even fight. We don't have reinforcements coming in behind us and messing everything up. We'll gamble. Let's see if Penny Greer is lucky. She is. Good omen. Now, she should have spells, but I'm not seeing them. Maybe it's just before we start. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's why. So we have that Spirit Leech. We might use that on Morgula. Aspect of the Dread Knight. An Augment. 40 seconds. Target on yourself. 8 leadership can cause terror and fear. Or on an ally. 31% miscast chance. That's interesting. Alright. Nice looking settlement. So let's just protect our... Yeah, I'm just trying to look at the deployments, where they're going to be coming from. Okay, let's try to make them come through this choke point if we can. I mean, they might not move towards us at all, and we'll be going through the choke point. But we want them to group up somewhat so we can hit them with our mortars. We'll just keep the dogs back here and the Mournfang Cavalry. We'll have a zoom in and look at them in a moment. Animated hulks. Our gun line, we'll just keep them pretty much aiming forward with some protection on the flanks. Alright, let's check out this Mournfang, these ogre mercenaries. A little taste of Warhammer 3. Dare I say they're looking beastly. Now, we can also read about them as well. We've got a little bit of time here. It's a short one. Mournfang Cavalry. An ogre rider can control his slavering Mournfang only by raining repeated blows down upon its iron-hard skull. Powered by thick haunches of purest muscle, a Mournfang surges towards the foe at a speed faster than their muscle-bulked frames would suggest, not slowed in the least by the large ogre or saddle atop its hairy back. Protected by thick skin and coarse shaggy hair, enemy arrows bounce off the oncoming beast or ping off the ogre's armor, as harmless as hailstones. When they do smash into an enemy, the powerful Mournfangs chomp, slash, and stamp the foe, whilst the ogres lay about them, swinging ponderous clubs to bludgeon them. That's basically a reference to why they keep smashing their heads in like that. Yeah, it'll be good to test these guys out. Let's go. Seen a little bit of a reaction from them, but not much. Haven't really seen the Dark Elves yet, have we, in battle? Don't think so. Like the High Elves, just a little bit more emo. Oh yeah, they have artillery. Forgot about that, but so do I. Mine is just about in range. Now I wonder, would my cavalry beat their cavalry? Less armor. We have more leadership, speed, and attack. Less defense and weapon strength. So I would say no, based on that. For sure. Let's get moving out to the left. So the dog speed is 95, so the dogs are definitely faster. Okay. Let's get moving forward. Yes! Just don't want that artillery firing on me. Well, literally as I said that. Now we've actually got some cavalry around that right side, so we'll bring in our polearm units there as well. So what can we hit from here? Dread spears. Alright, we're firing. I've literally done exactly what I hoped they would do, but I am the attacker. I have to kind of give the ground up. He is definitely saying dick hands. It's not even close to deck. I can't get over that. Should we hide the vegetation? I think we kind of need to. They've actually got great cover in there as well. It's going to be a tough fight. They've got really good, solid footing. Just hold it there. Can you guys fire? I know they're just getting shot right now, but I want these guys to fire. They'll do better. There we go. Finally. Yeah, let them shoot. As far as I'm concerned, we have more firepower, so we'll win eventually. Although they do have that tree cover, which is fairly annoying. Dread spears. Alright, we've got our pole arms in against their cavalry at least, and we've got 2 units coming in on that side. Bring up our animated hulks, hopefully can make some gains in there. Don't see their lord actually, MODDED. I don't see her on the radar either. Where the hell is she? There we go. Now they are spears, quite literally, so let's go for the bleak swords instead. Time to bring in the dogs. So we lost our deckhands mob on the left. Oh man, this isn't going that well, is it? Gonna send one unit in around the back. The other one's gonna try and hold against the cavalry. Taking the dogs for a long haul trip around the sides. Bringing in some pole arms towards there at least. Mortars are firing here. One line is having real trouble getting an angle. We broke these ones though, so that's good. Let's circle around that way. Animated hulks are basically winning it for me. Ah, shit. I meant to not have that happen. Now, we still have our dogs in and around the back here. Bring them in and maybe tie down some dark shards. Although they do have, like, melee weapons as well, don't they? Hit and run attack, though, might be nice. Just try to get them in. And then get them out. There we go, that's what I wanted. Let's get the Mournfang Cavalry in and around, just straight into the melee, or to the missiles that they have there. Now they are spears, I know that, but see what they do. Yes. Oh, I'm pretty happy with that. Turn around and do that again. Let's get the dogs out. Try Spirit Leech MODDED, the commander. God, it's a really messy battle. Let's turn around the Mournfang Cavalry, slam into the back of their cavalry. It's almost broken.
Mournfang Cavalry.
Oh, they're all spread out, all weird. Ah, where are these mortars? Let's bring the mortars to there. Dogs can engage the dark shards with shields. Let's go. These battles are really fun. Much more enjoying them than the Lizardmen battles. Those are a lot more straightforward, I felt. It's kind of interesting spells being kicked off all the time here. Oh, I probably should have given Terror and Fear to the Mournfang Cavalry, because combine that with a good charge, it would be pretty devastating, I think. The dogs broke their unit. Nicely done. I'm going to try and shoot their general if we can. Oh, actually, let's shoot these ones. A lot of our units are breaking, though, but that's okay. This is just a secondary, you know, B-tier style army. We are winning overall, which is good. Even though it is a mess right now. Animated Hulks are carrying the battle, though, for sure. Alright, we got Spirit Leech going on. Let's take the shot on her. Let's do another charge with the Mournfang Cavalry. Wow, they haven't actually lost a man yet. GG, there we go. Not the best performance for me, but in fairness, in my defense, tactically speaking, it wasn't the best idea, but we were just moving up a hill into trees, you know, through a choke point. So, not the most ideal circumstance for using this army, I guess. I'm happy enough with it, though. Let's get the Mournfangs to run them down and have a little zoom in. There we go. Can we get them before they go off map? Doesn't look like it. It looks like they ran into this unit instead. Come on, you can do it. I know it doesn't matter. I just want to see it.
This is madness! Cain, forgive me!
Alright, there we have it. GG.
Blood and plunder.
Alright, there we have it. Another Pyrrhic victory. I'm a pretty pro player. 1500 loot. I'll take it. Rank 2 for Penny Greer. Now we're going to occupy.
Beware of knives in the dark.
Enemy killed in battle, Morgula. And obviously the garrison. So that's good. We need to prepare in case Boudica wants to attack us. We could get some global units. It'll take 2 turns though. Or we could just raise dead. Get back what we lost. Get some more gunners. Some fodder of melee infantry. So that's 2 settlements now in the Headhunter's jungle. Pretty happy with the Mournfang Cavalry. Stronger than I thought they would be. Yeah, again, we'll just go with thick growth at the beginning here. So next turn, or next episode I should say, we're going to go for the Mangrove Coast. And then for Chupayodal. And hopefully, that'll be the Blessed Dread dealt with, which means we'll have an entirely solid coastline. Almost looks that way right now, but it's not. We're close. And that'll be the Vampire Coast. It's only taken 60, 70 turns, you know? It's pretty easy. But the snowball is firmly gathered momentum, and it's rolling down the hill nicely now. I'll have to have a look through these skills and go through them at the beginning next turn. Or next episode, I should say. And we're, now that I've understood the mechanics, we're getting our treasures, and we're going to get our pirate coves, and we're going to start making bank to offset the losses of having armies. That's how these guys are supposed to be played. Very much looking forward to it. Alrighty, that is going to be it. And on this... Oh, I guess... Well, I was going to say on this somber music, but I actually played different music at the end, don't I? But if I wait long enough, you won't hear that. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.